Hello, guys. It is now the afternoon. Good afternoon. This is High Priestess Jamila. If you heard that song, that's one of the baddest that I've heard. Just that drum and oh man, I love it. I love it. All right, so we're gonna talk about black magic, and we're gonna talk about black magic that you don't when you don't have to worry about black magic backfiring on you. Okay. Now, first of all, there is no such thing as a black or a white witch. That's a lie. Okay. And I think that that is based in ignorance for people to think that. And it might even be based in ignorance and miseducation and possibly even race or something. Yeah. Um, it's, I don't know. Okay, people have their own thing, but when it comes to authentic magic and an authentic witch, there is no difference. There is no black or white. And most, probably about 99% of the community of witches believe in that. They don't, that and I think that it's all about what you may experience and what your story is and what you may have to deal with. But there are, a lot of witches, that are very good people, do a lot of good things for people. And I guess that could be considered white magic, depending on who you asking. It's kind of insulting. It is, because without black magic, we would have no justice or any peace. But I guess if you were to separate it, if you were to consider yourself, a white magician, a white magic magician, there are going to be times when you have to do the dark, so that's why there's no difference. And I think it's okay to call it black magic, okay, or baneful magic, because it's necessary anytime you have to deal with negativity. So, but let's get into backfiring, black magic backfiring on people. The only way that black magic is going to backfire, and magic can be many things, okay? It can be any form of manipulation that you use. Um, and it doesn't matter if you personally feel that you're justified, it just is what it is. Okay, so you can't just say, oh, I felt this and I put this black magic curse on a person, but what you felt was not the truth. It was possibly your delusion. And you felt like you could attack a person unprovoked. And, that might be because you got trickster spirits on you or something. In that case, you may have to worry about it backfiring. In that case, okay, if you just pick out a random person and you just decide you just running around here cursing people, lying on people, attacking people. Yeah, you don't even have to light a candle and that may backfire on you. Absolutely. In fact, more than likely, if you're doing that to somebody that does have some kind of faith, whether or not it's Christianity or Satanism or paganism, uh, you know, they're going to make sure that what you did that could have possibly hurt them or affected them backfires on you. Okay. Because nobody does anything without a purpose. And mainly when people are coming for you and attacking you and lying on you, they are trying to steal something from you. They're trying to take away from you. Ooh, that was powerful. Thank you. They're trying to take away from you. They're trying to harm you. Okay. And people that want to harm you, they also want to try to tell you something. because they don't want you to fight back, right? So they'll say, well, I can do whatever I want to do to you. And if you try to do anything to stop me or to teach me a lesson, it's going to backfire. And I guess this is a common tactic in social media. Yeah. But, maybe it would be if you were in a witchy community and you don't get along with somebody and, they do things to you that are unfair, that can affect you negatively. And, they already know the deal. Oh, if you try to curse me, it's going to backfire on you. Now, black magic curses will never backfire if you are justified. Period. If somebody has done something to put you in harm's way, to hurt your reputation, to hurt your job, to cause starvation or struggle in your life, or pain or suffering, or even sometimes if they disturb your peace in any way, if they're doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing, and you curse them, there is no worry of backfiring, period. And I don't just say this uh, because I want it to be this. This is the reality of it. And so maybe perhaps people would mind their behavior and watch their mouth when they're talking about you. Okay. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If you have people that are doing things long term, more than 6 years, 7 years, and they're doing things long term to where they're obviously trying to destroy your life, you do have every right to wish death on that person. Yes, you do. Yeah. But I think it would depend on who you are. Some people wouldn't feel comfortable with that. So, you are still dealing with the laws of nature. And so that would be just like telling a lion, allow a hyena, okay, to attack you and eat your guts, just because if you defend yourself and kill that hyena, it's going to backfire. And the lion's going to look at you like you crazy and eat you too, and the hyena. You can't go out in the jungle and say, hey, lion, don't eat that hyena. Don't kill that hyena. Okay. And I'm using this as an example, as far as when it comes to death magic, as far as when it comes to, uh, an enemy that is obsessive, crazy, trying to follow you around and stigmatize you, trying to destroy your life. You cannot ever lay down for nobody. Okay. And so, when you compare nature, because witchcraft, when we look at nature, we learn a lot from nature. And nobody in this world, that's just like if somebody kicks off in your house and tries to murder you. If you have a weapon, you're going to try to murder them before they destroy. It's the same thing. Okay. If somebody's trying to destroy your life, and you could suffer from potential homelessness, of death, or destruction. And no, you don't go easy on a person that's doing that to you. So, for example, if somebody causes you to lose your job, literally, and you go home and you can't find a job for another 3 months, everybody don't just go and do strange things for a piece of change. Everybody ain't built that way. Everybody, your spirits won't even let you do it. Right? Because some people say, well, if I lost my job, I just call one of my tricks. Everybody don't do crap like that. Okay. So somebody make you lose your job, and 2 weeks later, you don't have food in your refrigerator because everybody don't get food stamps. Some people get Everybody don't have that backup. Some people are just out here, and you're supposed to, right? You're supposed to be out here like that. That, so presumably you lose your job and you can't find another one. It's going to take 3-4 weeks for y'all to get your unemployment. That's why I don't never advise y'all to get unemployment. I tell y'all to just go ahead and get another job. Okay. Because unemployment can slow everything down because you're waiting. You're waiting. You're going to wait at least 3 or 4 weeks. Okay. But anyway, and 2 weeks later, you don't have food in your refrigerator. So you know what that means? That means that you are in danger of dying of starvation. Now, obviously, there's churches and programs and stuff, but technically, that person did try to kill you. Technically, that's death magic. Somebody calls you to lose your job, even if they're not lighting a candle. That's death magic. It is. Okay. So you have every right. I mean, hey, listen, you ain't even got to say, I wish death on you. You ain't even, that goes without saying. Somebody calls you to lose your job. Okay. They have an intention to hurt you, to harm you, to starve you to death, to starve you out. They're trying to take away your resources and your money. So, you even if you reverse it, it could result in that person dying or getting very sick or them suffering from starvation. Whatever it was that the action that they took that's going to result in the karma in your life, when you send that back to them, what are they going to do? Cry about it? You made that move to harm that person. And that person was smart enough, strong enough. Okay. They wasn't suicidal, you know. Uh, they were smart enough to send that energy back to you. And now you got to suffer the karma of what you did. Okay. So don't do that. Don't lie on people. If you're afraid of somebody cursing you to the point where you got to tell them don't do it because it's going to backfire, you don't do it. Okay. Stop lying on people. Stop bearing false witness on people. Stop throwing curses at people with your mouth and your tongue and your throat. Okay. Stop speaking bad on people to begin with. Stop doing those things, and you don't have to worry about trying to psychologically tell somebody that they stuff gonna backfire when you did something to hurt them. Okay. It's a lot of bad people in this world that deserve every single curse that they get. Trust me. And you don't have to worry about it backfiring. What is that? Now, if that person didn't do nothing to you and you just decided, oh, I'm gonna curse this person, then yeah, it's gonna be backfiring like a mug. And that's just gonna be your experience, and it may not even backfire because perhaps it ain't no backfiring guarantee. That's now you dealing with the universe. You dealing with very powerful forces, and either you are gonna move in the correct way or not. Somebody that does something to you to harm you, or let's say somebody just decide, I'm gonna stalk you to death and try to stress you out to death. I want to stalk you to death. I just want to keep you under a lot of stress. Guess what you do? You send all that stress back to them. That way it's going to happen to you before it happened to me. I ain't stressed at all. Too blessed to be stressed. Okay. So people are evil. People will do things to you that they shouldn't be doing. Don't you ever, ever, ever listen to an ignorant person that tells you that, because more than likely the reason why they telling you that is because they ain't no good. Okay. That's just like a rapist telling you, I raped you and I didn't kill you. Okay. That's because you couldn't. That's because you couldn't. kill me. Okay. But I'm a rapist, and don't go home and curse me because it's going to backfire on you. You know, no, no, that's not how it works. If you rape somebody and they curse you, you curse. And if you think in your mind, oh my God, it's gonna backfire on me, then that's your own mind telling you that. Okay. That's where you're paranoid. But most people, and I've been lucky enough to work with clients that are just they ready. Okay. Somebody do them dirty. Okay. I actually had a client that found out that a friend of me of hers abused her son while he was in her care. You think she's giving a damn about backfiring? No. Okay, so and I do offer cursing services. That okay, let's put it like this. This is why there's no difference between white and black magic. So if you come to me and you have been victimized or done wrong, don't ever consider yourself to be a victim. Consider yourself to be a survivor at that point. But if somebody do you dirty and you come to me and you say, Jamila, they cursed me, I need to reverse it, that's black magic. You're still doing black magic. You can't say, oh, this is considered white magic because it's just a reversal. No, you sending all that stuff back to them and it will mess them up. Maybe people will learn how to behave if they get cursed. Curses are useful. Teaches people to behave. Okay. Yeah, right. Exactly. That the stuff that people do, and yeah, it just is one of those things that yeah, I honestly, y'all, I think that people that try to talk to you like you a child, they a child in the mind, they ain't ready. They ain't ready because they'll throw energy out there and then they'll hide their hands. See, that's a way of attacking somebody. Now you want to hide your hands because you realize you was wrong. Okay. But it doesn't matter. They conjured up that energy against you. Okay. So basically, you're not even cursing them. You're just using their own energy and sending it back to them. So anytime you're doing a reversal, you're doing a curse. And what are you going to do? You're going to say, well, this is wrong. So I'm just going to die. No, you like, come on now, have some backbone. Okay. If you feel that way when you step out here in the snake pit, and the whole world is a snake pit, it's snakes all around. Okay. Okay. It's just some of them, more in other places, snakes. Okay. And you in the snake pit, and you talking about I'm not going to defend myself, or make people make good on the mistakes that they made against me, because it's going to backfire on me. What is going to backfire with you surviving? So what, you going to have survivor's guilt? Like, no, and see, that's called self-love. That's self-love. That's the true definition of self-love, and self-preservation. Okay, so don't listen to people that know they wrong. You in the wrong. Okay, those people are delusional. Curse them every day if you have to, until they stop. Curse them every day till they realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't have did this. Yeah, one EQL, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Oh God. Yeah, man. It is what it is. And that person, I'm gonna tell you what, people that do wrong to you, one thing that they can't seem to do is just save themselves. Just, you can possibly save yourself if you admit that what you did was wrong, but they never will. They never will. Okay. Because, okay, let's talk about Satan. because at that point, Satan is truly working against them. And okay, so here's the whole thing. I think that there are different people that have a different ideal of Satanism, right? Some people look at Satan as the root chakra. Some people look at Satan as an extension of themselves, and not as a deity or God, but more so an energy or a force. Some people look at Satan as a person, okay? And most of the time, if people didn't have either a good father figure or a good mother figure, they're going to perceive a deity as being a person that possibly replaces that mother or their father. It depends on who you are. So some people have different perspectives of Satan. Okay. But however you look at it, it's still going to be pivotal and important to your survival, because if somebody already puts dark forces against you, are you going to allow those dark forces to destroy you, or are you going to work with it? Or are you going to transmute it? So Satan is really about transmutation of that negative energy that was meant to destroy you. Instead, you survived. Okay. And then also another thing, demons don't possess people. Okay. We possess demons. In fact, nobody that has a summoning with a demon, nobody that has a relationship with a demon, unless it is one of the hierarchy, okay, in hell, to where you would come respectfully, but it depends on what you believe in, because different Satanists have different ideas and different pagans have different ideas. But, a lot of the demons, you can command them. So demons don't possess people, okay? Spirits possess people, okay? And whether or not those spirits are demonic, or when we say something is demonic, that means that it's bad, right? uh but it manifests itself in different ways. So for example, you may be possessed by a spirit that's demonic, but this spirit is helping you survive, other people and their social influences and their spiritual influences. Okay. So demonic possession, a demon, we don't put, and see, that's the thing about, when you do your pacts with these demons and stuff, you got to know what you're doing. You don't actually fall under possession of the demon, rather the demon serves you. Okay. Now, and again, it depends on how you look at demons. Okay. And it depends on what demon you're working with. Okay. So it's something that's not really talked about. The witches that are out in the open with it, it's because it's meant for us to be out in the open, because a lot of these demons, they want recognition for what they're doing, and they deserve it. Okay, they deserve to be recognized for the things that they are assisting you with. Okay, so eventually, it don't matter how long it takes, eventually, somebody gonna have to say something, because otherwise they won't work for you. Okay, they won't do anything for you, and you just be wearing yourself out. Okay, so you know you shouldn't feel bad. Somebody talking about backfiring, that means that you feel bad or guilt. Why would you feel bad or guilt for something that you had to do that was necessary to your survival and your progression in life. Otherwise, you'll never progress. People will just step all over you your whole life, do you dirty, control you, uh, you know, and you just can't have that. And you don't. First of all, you don't want nobody controlling you. Okay, so let's take Belial for example. Belial. Okay, a lot of people go to Belial, and the reason why they want to become friends with Belial, they want to ask, Belial to help them with certain things and to give them the power, because Belial means one without master. Okay, that's what that means. And what that's going to mean to you, especially those of you that have people that want to control you, they want to run you. They, for some reason, and I've never seen anything like it in my life. I guess I don't think it's much of a rarity, people that want to control, mainly narcissists. Belial helps with the narcissists because they want to control everything, all the way down to what morsel you put in your mouth, and they want to punish you, and they want to do all kind of weird things to you. Uh, and so when you go to Belial, Belial is going to free you from that stronghold of that person. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Belial is going to get revenge on that person. You definitely can. Okay, but I think it, like I said, I think it depends on your own personal relationship. Okay, and what it is that is important at that time. Okay, um, and so I think that if you want to actually be a successful witch, and not be living with your mama on Section 8, I think that it's important for you to know the ropes before you get hung. hmm So, witchcraft is not a game. Okay. It's not a jigsaw puzzle. Okay. It's very, very real. And if you serious about it, you serious about it. If you not, go back to church. Go to church. Tell your enemies, hey, if you scared, maybe you should go to church. Okay. Right. Yeah. Well, one EQL, I said last night, I don't know if I think you was there at that live I did last night. Our parents open us up to Satan. Religion and Christianity and, you know, all of the religions, all of the mainstream religions is the biggest gateway drug to Satan. So they actually create the relationship with Satan, Lucifer. They create it. If you keep your kids out of church, and then what they'll do is they'll give their children to God, to this God that they really don't know, right? They really don't know. And you can tell that they have doubts about it because of their actions. So you're already given over to Satan. He's at the back door. He's underneath you right there anyway. Okay, because they turned you on to that religion. No, and it just is what it is. But then again, when it comes to witchcraft, and so this is the reason why, being having that religion forced upon us was so horrible and horrifying, and which is why pagans and Satanists and, Wiccans, and there are some witches that don't even go by a label. Okay. They have kept the tradition of witchcraft for a reason. It's not still around just for shits and giggles. Okay, because there's a lot of people that did not convert to Christianity during that time, and they died for it. So they were willing to die. And if somebody's, well, not everybody is, that willing to die for something. Some people are willing to die for the stupidest reasons. But that was a very good reason for the ancestors to fight. And this is one of the reasons why you're looking at a multi-billion-dollar industry right now, which is very abundant. Nobody has to block, bust, to act stupid and play games with nobody. But they do anyway because they don't really understand, right? Uh, they're scam artists, and they really don't believe. They tell you that they believe, but they really don't believe, right? So, thousands and millions of doctrine, and when you run across the websites about witchcraft and the various things about the craft, you can't help but to be appreciative of, the information. And then especially when you have teachers of magic that can teach you, okay, about conjure and summoning and invocation of spirit. Okay. So, eh, you know, um, and it's never going to go away. And the reason why they want it to go away is because they have this sick weirdness to where they want to control your mind. And it's very weird. Okay. It's very strange and unusual. Do your thing. Okay. Curse them freely. Uh, and don't worry about it. Okay. Quit worrying. See, worrying will mess you up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the devil, I talked about this last, early this, I think it was during the witching hour. I talked about how the God of the Bible is Moloch. And if you did any research, and you actually, because some people don't do any research either by reading, or it's so easy now. We got information available on audible.com and youtube.com. But when you look at it, because I ran across a video, we actually make sacrifices to Moloch every day around the world with child sacrifice and abortion. And so, again, these things are a friggin' choice. That's just like some of you guys have been pregnant 4 times and you had 4 babies. Some of y'all been pregnant 6 times and you got 6 babies running around here, walking around here, looking all cute. Okay, I call them cute. I don't say cute, I say cute. Some of y'all got twins. You gave birth to twins. You know, but there's some people that, and nobody's judging, because that's just like, those of you that had your baby boys and you circumcised them, and then you realize, God dang, I was participating in something I probably should have been participating. That was a ritual, and I shouldn't have done that, yeah. Oh, I love it when I hear loud noises like that. Yes. Yes. I was listening to music before I came on here. EPMD, Bring the Noise. That song just gets me going. Y'all should listen to that song. It'll get you going. So it just is what it is. And then also, nobody becomes suicidal while they're cursing somebody. The people that they're cursing become suicidal, and we really don't give a fuck. Okay. Ain't nobody, and they will try it. They'll try things to make you feel that way, but no one cares. Okay. Because you shouldn't have done that. Okay. Go away and leave people alone. And no, nobody feels sorry for you. I would never feel sorry for somebody that's trying to destroy me. Are you insane? Okay. Hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, it just, I guess it depends, and I guess they can call you evil. Thank you. Okay. But I think that you are going to always throughout life, whether or not you're a witch or not, you're going to always be considered, and you can be the best Christian in the world. You can just be, I guess holier than thou, pure, and which I don't believe it's purity at all, but whatever. Uh, people are either going to see you as an angel or a devil. They either going to be your friend or your enemy. Okay. So you may have a lot of friends, people that like you, and those are people that didn't do odd things and things to disrespect you and to throw you under the bus, and they didn't participate in your downfall. Those are your friends. But the people that participated in your downfall, or for you to have disgrace or problems, you know those people are going to see you as a devil. And so what, they're going to say, oh, you evil, I hate you, you devil. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I wouldn't care. Okay, I wouldn't care. They shouldn't have did what they did. So, and just think about this: when you light up them reversal candles, you're cursing somebody. Okay, because the way that the universe sees it, and the way that your ancestors or either your spirits will see it, and even this God of the Bible that their own God is usually cursing them, because the way that God sees is that you deserved it. Don't matter if it come from a witch or from another Christian. They're delusional. You know what I'm saying? uh and just make sure you keep plenty of rosemary. Okay, especially in this day and age. Burn it, put it in your protection jars and stuff. You can even, smudge your house or bless your house with a good piece of rosemary. It just is what it is. Okay. So anyway, that is what I want to talk to you about. I got to get going here. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, I do provide curse services. I don't ever feel bad when I have to curse somebody, and you shouldn't either. Okay? Because if you don't curse them, they gonna curse you. And that is the God to honest truth. All right, guys. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day. Bless, bless.